Hi, I'm Nemi from lotr. Quickly before I start this video, I got the idea of recording my whole journey of building and painting a Macedonian army whilst I was building a Macedonian army. So quickly before the video begins, I want to share what I've bought and what I'm putting together before you get confused. I've bought the Army Master from Warlord games, or from the Macedonian Army Master. I've bought Alexander the Great and King Philip II of Macedon, of course, also from Warlord games. I've bought phalangites and hypaspists from victrix games. I cannot speak. And that's what I'm putting together. I've put together everything from victrix that I have at the moment. Something is on the way. And I was just finishing up actually when I started recording this video, and I had the idea of documenting my whole journey with my ancient Macedonians. I was putting together about 120 hypaspists from Warlord games from the Army Master. Fuck me, that's a lot of that was a whole lot of minis to put together. But I was in the middle of that, and then I just decided to paint something because I am impatient, even though I'm waiting for more paint from Victrix, because Tooth and Coats is way better than anything Games Workshop is making. Fight me in the comments. But if you want to see more of this, leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment as well. And yeah, let's just jump right into the video. Hello and welcome back to lotr. As you can see, I finished my Greek slingers. That's the word I was looking for. I've been making progress on the Greek hoplites. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. And I still have a lot of Greeks to paint. But today, I'm building fucking Macedonians. I bought the Macedonian Hypaspist Army Master, Macedonian Army Master from Warlord games, where I got these bad boys, and yes, I'm putting them on big ass bases. I just upscaled a 25mm base into a 60mm base, and I didn't adjust the thickness because reasons, and it looks fucking all smithy as me. It looks very thick. And I also bought Philip II of Macedon. We don't talk about this. My victrix hypaspists, Alexander the Great, and victrix phalangites, which I have already painted. I think these are the phalangite command, I believe. I've already painted this because I got impatient. But as you can see, I still have a lot of empty movement trays. Before I do anything in this video, I'm just gonna build the rest of my 120 hypaspists. Got also hypaspists from victrix here, phalangites from victrix there. I think I'm saying those things correctly. Probably not. And just in case I get bored with this, these are about 170 miniatures. This is the Spartan starter army from Warlord games. And these Minas Tirith warriors will be sold, and then this whole plank will be Romans and maybe some Germans, I don't know yet. They look fucking cool, but I really wanna fucking finish putting this together. All these bases will be filled, so I'm just gonna see how far I can get today, and if the battery of this camera will last throughout the day. Probably not, but I'll record as much as possible. Let's go. Well, the battery ran out, but I finished the second box of Macedonian hypaspists, phalangites, I'm sorry. And that's 80 done. 40 more to go. This will be for tomorrow though. I am fucking sick and tired for today of putting them together. I'm gonna take a break, I'm gonna chill a little bit. Also, this is what I have right now. I've put all my little Batman Studio transfers and the shields and bags, and then the Warlord game transfers. The rest here, little Star Trek phaser I printed. So yeah, this is what I have built today. And this is about twice as much for tomorrow. The gruesome part is almost over. I think it's gonna be fucking awesome to paint them up. But first I need to base them, but I have a whole idea planned. Stay with me. It's gonna be a quick 1 second transition for you, but about 12 hours for me. Work. And today is day 2. I have a little confession to make. That one big box I was gonna do today, this is what's left of it. I yesterday evening went into a building spree and I built practically everything except for 3 sprues, so I would not be a liar and say, because I said I would finish the 3rd box today, and yeah. Here we are, gonna finish this, then put all the models into the display or closet, or I don't know. And then I'm gonna decide what I'm gonna paint up next. I'm really tempted to start painting the warriors, but I have an order from Victrix coming, and it contains some paint, and I want to really test out that paint and maybe use a couple of the paints I ordered for these models. So I think I'm gonna need to hold myself together and paint something else for a moment. Also, I may or may not have ordered another box of hypaspists. So I'm not done putting everything together technically, but since they're not here, who cares? These are the last ones I'm gonna do for probably this week. Wednesday. Yeah, it's not gonna come until next week or so. So that's a problem for them. Now, let's finish these bad boys up. Also, I wanna say, I really love the detail in the sprue. Like, they are cheap, but detailed, and I really like it, like the lion head here around his knees, the scale mail on his side. It has a surprising amount of nice detail, and I have a lot of them to paint, and I really can't wait, but I need to wait because I think I might want to add some colors that I ordered, because well, I'm getting a little sick and tired from the Citadel paint range. It's not that great, especially after I ordered and started using 2 tin coats from the Duncan Roads. Sorry, I had to cut this off, but it says Duncan Roads line. Painting Academy shit, and let me tell you something. Despite it coming in dropper bottles, which I don't like, so I'm reusing some old paint bottles I had. The S stands for shiny because it used all the shiny shade paint. It wasn't supposed to be shiny, by the way. Fuck you, Citadel, Games Workshop, James Workshop even. Because if I buy shade paint and it doesn't say shiny anywhere on it, I expect it to be actually matte. Still fucking angry about that, because I spent about 50 or 60 euro on fine shade paints just for them to try shiny, and yeah, it's a whole thing. I've bitched about it before. I'm still bitter. But I really love this, especially the dwarven skin. Oh, It looks color-wise like Cadian Flash Tone, but it applies so much smoother and it's better in every way imaginable, if you ask me. So yeah, really like that. And yeah, I've waffled on long enough. Let's start painting. That's a force of habit. Let's start building. Yeah, boy. And I'm done. Not more to glue. Glue can get aside, and now I have to put them all into the closet. Maybe you guys want to see that, maybe not. Either way, here comes the clip. Well, my Macedonian army is fully put together. One command base almost finished, just still waiting for the jungle plants to put on them. And boy, look at this, it's beautiful. It's truly fucking beautiful. Look, don't speak about these. It's truly beautiful. So, what am I gonna paint for this video? You guys probably know, unless I use this as a thumbnail. Ooh, that would be not very clever, now I think about it. Anyway, fuck me. Anyway, I'm waiting to paint the bulk of this force until some paints arrive. But I have Philip II of Macedon. I will probably not really use him. Also 3D printed tree stump here. I will probably not really use him in the army. He just came with Alexander. But he looks fucking amazing to paint. He is built like me. Fucking legend. Only I have 2 eyes. Weirdly, that's a little hard to say. So yeah, I'm gonna wait to paint the bulk of this force, at least for a couple of more days, probably till next week. But today, I'm gonna show you how I will make my Philip II of Macedon, also on a jungle base, which is not historically accurate. I don't think he went into the jungles of India. But anyway, that's how my army is gonna be based, and worst case scenario, I can use them as an what if scenario if Alexander the Great lived to be around 50 or so and got real fat. Just like me. Oh, I can't wait to paint these. This command looks fucking amazing to paint as well. Warlord Games is amazing. Great bang for your buck. As is Victrix. I have a lot of minis to paint, fuck me, and I still have to put this whole box together. Still have about 80 Romans left, maybe more, to put together and paint. I have my workout out for me. We're gonna tackle it bit by bit. Let's go back to the desk. This is Philip II of Macedon. Fucking legend, love him. Look at his body. He looks way too much like me. In like a good way, I guess. I have some random shit my wife gave from the garden. Gonna glue some of them just randomly on the base as some vegetation for the jungle bases I'm trying to do with this army. I already glued on a tree stump. You can see the 3D printed lines still a little bit. But we're gonna rectify that while painting. You'll probably not even notice. But before I start painting, I need to base. I'm gonna put this like this, probably something like that. Put some sand on top of it, just to make sure I cover the base he's standing on, and as well as the base of the tree stump. so I don't have weird hillocks. And I have some of this stuff that my brother-in-law gave me. I have no clue what the fuck it is. It's something organic, and I'm just gonna pull out little tufts and glue them on the base to give a more organic feel, and actually use this. They gave. I was gonna say she because my sister was also involved, but they gave this to me about a year or longer ago. So I'm really trying to find a use to find this. They said I would find a use for it because I'm that creative, but I'm just gonna fucking slap some of that on here, show you the end results in case you wanna follow along at home. And then I'm gonna prime and paint this bad boy. But I'll be glad if I can just do the base today and start painting probably tomorrow. I don't think my wife has big plans for tomorrow, so I can do that shit. Oh fuck yeah, the shield. Shield looks awesome. This model really looks like a lot of fucking fun to paint. So yeah, let's start this shit. Oh, motherfucker. Et voila. Philip II of Macedon is based, and I already primed him because he fell off his base while I was basing him, and I used super glue and plastic glue together, and the fumes were, well, probably trying to kill me. That's how it felt. And in anger and desperation I just quit the recording and just locked in. My eyes are still burn a little from all the fumes. So yeah, if you're doing this at home, please ventilate your hobby area because fuck, it was bad. But I got him back on the base, based him, spray painted him and Alexander. And two other commands that I have right before me, but I'm too lazy to show. Maybe in another video, I don't know. But yeah, I'm just gonna paint his base now. I'm gonna start with dryad bark. And then I'm gonna do a wash and a couple of dry brushes. And by the time that's all dry, I have to quit hobbying for today because today is the next day compared to the last clip you saw. So I'm gonna try and do his base all of it today, and I hope tomorrow I can start painting because I really want to paint him. Still have no clue what colors I'm gonna use. Probably blue. I bought new blue from 2 tin coats, and it's turning into my favorite blue I've ever used. So yeah, probably gonna use that quite a lot in the future, the near future. But yeah, let's start at the beginning. Let's paint his base. Voila, now that's dry. I think a nice wash of Agrax Earthshade will make the recesses more dark as washes should. But also give it a more of a grimy jungle feel. After which I will dry brush with That World Forest. After That World Forest, what did I use? I've done this before. Steel Legion Drap. Yes, a dry brush with Steel Legion Drap. That shall be the way I do things. Now, let's actually do them and see if I had enough time. I'm also doing the other command bases for my Macedonian army, Alexander the Great, and 2 command bases. Oh, that's awkward. That's my wife texting me. But yeah, gonna do them. Maybe I'll be back today, maybe tomorrow. That's painting, but and maybe I'll never even tell you which one, because chances are I might forget. And meanwhile, I'll think about how to paint this bad boy. And today is the next day. I got everything done yesterday, but didn't have enough time to actually start painting the model. So after a long think, I still have no clue what the fuck I'm gonna do with him. I really want to experiment, and I think some blue and an off-white, the same off-white I use for the linothorax of my Greek forces, will be used. And a light blue on the tunic, but the linothorax, I don't want him to just have a white armor. I want to do something special with the cape as well. Also, I have to say I love how these prime up. I forgot to wash the models, the metal ones, and still they came out fucking amazing. Also, Alexander's spear broke for the 10th time, so looking forward to fixing that. I'm gonna need to face the music and just pin it. For some reason I hate pinning things. So yeah, I think I'll just start painting his cloak in a darker blue maybe. Yeah, wait a second. Nah, not that. This. Oh, I say darker blue, but I'm gonna paint his cloak in Ahriman blue. His tunic probably in celestial blue. Yeah, that's different enough. His tunic in celestial blue, maybe his linothorax in the Games Workshop blue as well. Give him it some off-white accents. Before I start with the blues, start with the basics. I'm gonna start with dwarven skin. I have a good think about how I'm gonna do this. It's not that important, it's not gonna be the first soldier, and because that would determine how I paint all other future phalangites or hypaspists. I'll start with the skin and then I'll come back and say what I decided. I'm leaning towards a combination of these two with some white accents. Yeah, just gonna start painting. Okay, like I expected, the tooth and coats paint went on beautifully, and I decided this Ahriman blue will go on the cloak. Let me grab something. Go on the cloak, and also the flaps sticking out of his linothorax. And his linothorax will be painted the same as my ancient Greeks, but with the slightly darker blue accents, and the tooth and coats paint, the celestial blue, will be for his tunic. I think as well for his shield, and some yellow accents on the shield, And the plumage on his helmet will probably also be a bright yellow. And the accents on the darker blue will also be a not so bright yellow, but still yellow. And then it's just armor, straps, the metal parts, the spear, the sarissa, beard, another strap. Yeah, after that it will be smooth sailing, as they say, the youths. Yeah. I think I'm gonna start putting on the blues, starting with Ahriman blue, then celestial blue, and if I'm happy with it, I'm just gonna keep on painting, maybe interrupt the painting process once or twice to explain what I'm doing, but so far I think this will be the way to go. Yeah. Let's see if it actually turns out good or not. That's the other option. Okay, I'm actually quite happy with how it turned out. It looks okay, I think. Some bright yellow accents. It's Iril yellow, I believe that's how you pronounce this. I'm gonna do that on the feathers. I think I'll do that here on the bottom part of the flaps from his armor. Just focus. Yeah, that's better. Just here on the bottom, and then Everlat Sunset on the plumage of his helmet. I think I'm gonna paint his shield light blue. I think I already said that, but I forgot to do it. I think I'm gonna paint it light blue, celestial blue. Oh, painting buddy just took a massive shit. Yeah, okay. It's gonna smell horrible here. And I think some of that Iril yellow as well for the accents. Or Screaming Skull. I'm gonna use that for his linothorax. I'm not very original. I think that will be I think it will go well with all the blues, some lighter, some off-white will balance the blue nicely, I think. Maybe I even put it on the shield for the accents. Still to be determined. I'm gonna do that now, and then I'm just gonna paint the armor in fulgurite copper. Had to check the name of that. I don't have to paint for that long, and I actually really like it for bronze armor. Various browns and stuff for the scabbard and the pieces of leather, and I don't know, the straps and everything going around his body, holding everything together, including his face. So yeah, I think that's the plan. Yeah, maybe I'm just gonna start painting because painting body is having zoomies. Painting buddy is having zoomies, and it will distract very hardly from me talking, so I'm just gonna do that. And let's hope it comes out great. You okay, painting buddy? Love you. Let's start.
Shana to blibi
Okay, and this is how he looks so far. The shield was a nightmare. Still need to touch up the light blue spot in the middle. But I'm just gonna do the armor now, the straps, everything, you know. And I'll be back when he's finished and we'll have our first Macedonian painted, and it's gonna be one of the greatest Macedonian kings ever, only bested by his son. He set the empire up for his son. They're like a dynamic duo, let's be real. Can't have one without the other. So yeah, I'm gonna finish this. For me it's gonna be probably a couple of hours of painting and touching up, but for you guys it's gonna be one transition like this. Yep, that's painted just like that, and boy did it take some work. I still need to put a couple of layers of lamium medium on the cloak, but otherwise I think Philip II of Macedon is finished. Maybe a little bit of touch up on the shield. I don't think I can do better. Sometimes you need to say enough is enough and realize you can't just do everything perfect. If you hear a lot of traffic, it's because I had to open a window. It's getting really warm in here. And yeah, Philip II of Macedon is done. I'm gonna start editing this monstrosity of a video. I think it will be probably an hour, maybe even longer. But yeah, I really enjoyed painting him, especially the detail here on the sword. I decided to paint that in a silvery color to, you know, denote him as a man of rank, well, as a king. These tassels I did with white. The rest is just variations of brown. His sword handle I did Corvus black. And yeah, all the major parts I covered already. His beard is just Abaddon black. I'm not gonna pretend that I'm capable of painting anything else for him. I wanted to do some grey patches, but I'm not that good. Also, I put some jungle tufts from the army painter, I think they are. And I'm still waiting for AK interactive jungle foliage and ferns to arrive to put on the command bases and maybe on 1 or 2 hypaspists bases or any other troops I have. But this looks quite awesome. He looks fucking intimidating, and I really wanted to, you know, have the contrast between the colorfulness of, well, the Macedonians and the darkness from the jungle bases of the jungle. I think it really goes well together, and I am actually very pleased with how this metal model painted up. Way better than the metal models from Games Workshop. I don't know if that's a thing, but to me it felt smoother to paint and easier to paint. Really like how his cloak came out, but it was a little shiny. Still have some shiny spots on the cloak. But yeah, I hope to see you in the next one. If you like this type of video, please like, subscribe, let me know what you thought of it and what you want me to paint next, because I still have the Warlord games command. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. The Victrix command and Alexander the Great, and still needing to fix his spear, but yeah. And I have about 120 hypaspists from Warlord games, 24 hypaspists from victrix, and of course the 3 command, and 21 phalangites from victrix as well. I have still a lot to paint, but yeah. I'm already happy I painted 1 model so far. Can't wait until it's all painted. Hope to see you in the next video. See ya! this is not as smooth as I had hoped. Fuck me. Oh, yeah, this may or may not be part of the video. I thought I'm gonna do this real smooth, like, but oh yeah, take out those bases. Don't need them. Yeah, I'm gonna cut and then record again. Okay, my laptop is making a lot of noise. Don't know why. Fuck me. And it should stop making all that noise quite soon. Anyway,